Hello, Sian. Lovely to have you here with us today. I'm very interested to hear about what's been happening at your organisation in terms of how people's behaviours have changed to enhance well-being.
Yeah, I think it's probably in terms of a behaviour change, it's been quite a shift over the last probably couple of years. I think a lot of probably for a lot of organisations, the increased publicity and media attention on, in particular, mental health has meant that it's been easier to get the conversation started. And I think that has meant as well that there's been more, from an HR perspective, more employee engagement with HR on things that they may not necessarily have engaged in before. So that has given us more, I guess, information to work with. I think also what has happened, was particularly helped in our organisation and in the last, we've used it probably more so in the last year, is there's been a range of providers. So I think what has really helped and has helped through what we're going through at the moment has been having one-stop shops for places that you can go to for a range of well-being support, be it things like, if we go for a targeted approach, one-to-one well-being sessions with a trained psychotherapist, for example, which has gone down really well, which 3 years ago we would never have dreamt of doing. I think also as well, trying to think a bit more creatively to engage people. Not everyone can be engaged the same way. So I think that's also something that has been evolving over recent times as well.
And in terms of your culture, what do you think, maybe in terms of your longer term culture that you've had before the COVID-19 crisis, what was it from that culture that helped you in terms of how people have behaved? Or perhaps there were things that have been hindered or maybe have changed in terms of your culture. So it'd be just interesting to hear how things are evolving and what you think the future might be in terms of your culture.
Yeah, I think we've had quite a culture journey. We're in financial services organisation. It's a very long-standing financial services organisation, so quite traditional. So if I go back 4 years, and that is the starting point was very conservative. So initiatives that I wouldn't even need to run by anyone now would just have been completely quashed back then. It's just something that we just wouldn't, it's not our sort of thing. So I think I did have a lot of resistance. I think what I found was just to keep up with persistence. Getting in an ally on the exec, I think, really helped. I think what also helped to kind of push the well-being agenda and initiatives and maybe some more radical things through, radical for financial services anyway, was to have some of the metrics that we have. So tapping into our EAP, our medical screening, and just anything that was coming out of that. So I think to get the exec looking at hard facts and what we can then do from a well-being perspective. I think it has really changed. I think to the point that through the COVID-19 crisis, I was just given a carte blanche to just do whatever you need to do for well-being, which is great. So I have been. We'll see how that looks when we come to the budget at the end of the year. But so that has been quite a transformation, which has been great, and it's helped in our response that we've been able to have now.